Hello everyone, my name is Egg Mueller. The fact that Halloween is already over crushes me, and you're watching The Insider. Out of all the magical holidays, Kwanzaa included, Halloween is definitely my favorite. Our first story of the day is about the Magic Castle fire. If you haven't heard, on the morning of Halloween, the Magic Castle attic caught ablaze. Luckily, the fire didn't spread too far thanks to the LA Fire Department, and only the main offices and the attic had any fire damage. However, the main lobby, the dining area, and a few other rooms did have some pretty severe water damage in the furniture and the carpets. Nobody got hurt or injured, which is extremely fortunate, and the wonderful crew over at the Magic Castle are currently in the works to get it back up and running, which makes me extremely happy. So hopefully it will be back up to normal conditions very soon. Unfortunately, they will have to replace the phone lines and some of the furniture and the carpets, but let's be honest, those carpets need replacing anyway. This weekend they are going to be having a soft open for the members and a +1, so if you are a member, definitely go down this weekend to show your support. Train, can you please be quiet? I'm trying to film. I know that it's 2 a.m., but I need to film The Insider. Sorry about that. Really? You finished? From myself and everybody here at theory11, we give the Magic Castle a huge get well soon and a big shout out and thank you to the LA Fire Department. There were about 130 firefighters on call when the Magic Castle had the fire, and if they wouldn't have gotten there soon, things may not have turned out as well as they did. So thank you for that. If you'd like to donate to the restoration, definitely click the link between my hands. It'd be really awesome if you could help out, and let's be honest, you guys will spend $147 on an unoriginal magic gimmick that you'll probably never use. You can spare a few bucks to help out the greatest magic landmark ever. Moving on, I hope you all had a radical Halloween. We had a pretty fantastic pumpkin carving contest in our Saturday night contest in the forums, which was pretty phenomenal. We got some pretty ridiculous submissions that I was not expecting, like this. Come on, seriously? This is ridiculous. Halloween, of course, also marks the death of the great magician and escape artist Harry Houdini, who died on 1926 at around 12:30, which is strangely the same time that the Magic Castle fire started. Coincidence? Yeah, most likely. In yet another story about Halloween morning, we had our highly anticipated Monarchs pre-release, in which we had about 111 decks, not about, but exactly 111 decks up for grabs, which sold out in about 90 seconds. No big deal. For those of you who are lucky enough to snatch a deck of Monarchs, they are either in the mail or at your doorstep right now. However, the 111 decks that we released on the 31st are not the same decks that we are going to be releasing on the 11th. What? I know. It's a shock to all of us. The story goes like this. On Wednesday, we had planned for the 111 decks that were released on the 31st to be the exact same Monarchs as we were going to be releasing on the 11th. We printed the Monarchs with a gold metallic ink for the back design, and when we got one of the first decks in our hands, we just weren't completely happy with how they looked. The boxes still looked phenomenal, but the back design just didn't really have the same contrast that we had originally planned for. So we had two options. We could have either settled for just good enough and released those as is to the public on the 11th, or we could have made revisions and made it perfect, printed a new batch, and trashed all of the old ones, literally over 10,000 decks, just to make sure that the product we released was exactly what we wanted. And being the perfectionists that we are, we chose the second option. Don't worry, I know what you're thinking, we recycled those decks, okay? We didn't just incinerate them, we made sure that they were properly disposed of in an economical way. And no, you can't have any of them. So if you have one of the 111 pre-release Monarchs, this means two things. One, your deck is not going to look anything like the decks released on the 11th. The box will, but the cards are completely different. The second thing is you have one of the most unintentionally rare theory11 deck that we've ever printed. Seriously, there's only 144 of them ever. The rest of them are completely gone. We only have 144. 111 of which are with you, and the other 33 are with our theory11 team members. That includes me. And Kristen, too, I guess. I'm still getting used to sharing the spotlight. So without opening them, it's literally impossible to sell them on eBay. The more you know. Last week, I forgot to mention, we released a new Jason England download, the False Overhand Shuffle, a move that literally nobody does anymore. It's an incredibly old, versatile move that is practical, it's fooling, and I'm really baffled at how many magicians just don't use it and resort to the dreaded double undercut to show that a deck is being mixed. I'll be completely honest with you, our Jason England downloads are definitely not our top sellers, and not a lot of them are visual eye poppers, but the amount of versatile, useful moves and the extreme wealth of information in all of our downloads with Jason England and pretty much everything that he puts out is truly incredible. This download is 35 minutes long for a false overhand shuffle. That's like 3 full episodes of Adventure Time. Last week for our question of the day, I asked you all what costumes Kristen and I should dress up as in our Halloween episode, and if you haven't seen Expose yet, what is stopping you? Seriously, it has funny wit, it has magic, it has Kristen's beautiful tatas. What's stopping you? What's that? Because I'm in it, that's what's stopping you? That makes sense. If you haven't seen the episode yet, I dressed up as Criss Angel while Kristen suited up as Robin, so if you suggested either of those costumes, you have won the gripping satisfaction to know that we picked your suggestion. Okay, let's be honest. We all know you're only here for the White Centurions at this point. No one actually watches this show for the news. Let's see who suggested Criss Angel first. It looks like YouTube commenter, your mom won the oh! Nope, spelled it wrong. In that case, the prize goes to Yazva. I don't know how to pronounce your name. You clearly won. Again, incorrect grammar. I can't accept it, guys. I'm a grammar Nazi. I guess the winner is Homie Jizd, who says you both. I'm sorry, you can't say that we're both suggested. I have to pick the one who suggested just me. Okay, Kristen can't be a part of this. We host the show together. That's more than enough time with Kristen in my spotlight. Isn't it obvious that Zach should dress up as Criss Angel? That's our winner, and the winner was YouTube commenter Martinarums also suggested that one of us be Robin, and I thought that was a great idea, but he wanted me to be Robin, and let's be honest, there's no way in hell that I was dressing up in those spandex bottom halves, so I just thought that you'd all appreciate Kristen wearing them instead of me. What's that? You couldn't actually see the bottom half of Kristen's costume because it wasn't in the frame? Well, I could. And that's all that matters. Your question for this week is, what should I call Kristen's bubbies in this Monday's episode of Expose? I feel like I should change it up every time I mention them. Give me something magic themed. Surprise me. Check out this Monday's episode of Expose when it comes out to see what I chose, and you'll also win a deck of Centurions of white color, as always. One quick side note relating to the Centurions. This dude got the Centurion design tattooed on his friggin' arm. Props to that dude. A little weird. A lot of awesome. We will definitely be sending that dude a free brick of Centurions that have been out of stock for over a year as a little reward. This goes to show that if you dehumanize yourself by inking part of your body with any of our designs, we'll send you free stuff. Not sure what that says about you or us, but we'll do it. Folks, it has been an honor giving you this week's magic news, even though you were only here for the prizes, which, let's be honest, I don't really mind. In any case, I will see you next Friday. Oh my god, that's the first episode in a while that I've actually ended the episode without a pause between see you and next Friday. Wait a second.